You know what else matters? Making sound business decisions.
Hell yeah.
And Lamar Jackson appears to be doing that. Now, there's a lot riding on Lamar Jackson staying healthy. And a lot of people say that the way he plays, he's going to get hurt eventually. They've been saying that about him since high school. To be clear, I said that about him at one point in his NFL career. There's no way this dude's going to be able to stay healthy. Guess what? He basically has.
Yeah.
He's already won an MVP. He's successful as hell, has a playoff win, and he's added 18 pounds of muscle. Took a big shot yesterday, bounced right back up. Has to avoid those for the next 3 years because basically he's staring down 111-ish million. Now, that number might be 120 million, 125 million, depending upon what the salary cap is and new quarterback deals that happen. That's counting on him playing out this season on the last year of his rookie contract and the next 2 years being franchise tagged. About 111 to 125, depending upon which reply tweet you read to me saying it was 111. Everybody seems to have their own math. Everybody, whatever the case, he has over 100 million some guaranteed over the next 3 years if he stays healthy. That's a massive if, because in the NFL, everybody can get hurt at any given moment. It's grown men. It's 21, 22 mile an hour bodies flying around. There's a chance anybody can get hurt. But he's staring down over 110 million guaranteed. So when Mort Report came out, and we love Mortensen.
Yeah, big fans.
When he comes out and reports that it's $130 million guaranteed, and who knows if that's real or if that was just a signing bonus, and then he actually got offered in between 160 to 170, whatever the case, it's $100 million less than what Deshaun Watson got in guarantees, or it's $70 to $75 million less than what Deshaun Watson got in guarantees, and it's only either $22 million more than he's already got guaranteed at the low end, or it's only $40 million more than what he's guaranteed probably. In purely business mind frame, how could he agree to double the amount of years with that little of return and guarantees on the other side? From a business perspective, that would have been a fucking terrible deal for Lamar Jackson to sign. Now, have we got all the details? Do we know what that deal was actually structured like? No. We'll ask Rappaport in like 2 hours to see what his thoughts are on the whole thing and what he has learned. But from a business perspective, I assume an agent would make him sign that because he would talk to him about what it actually is. 260 million or something like that over 6 years, whatever their math is, or whatever, 290. And they would have sold the whole thing. But the only thing that matters in contracts, and this needs to be remembered, is the guaranteed money. We have no idea what anything else is. Everything else is just speculatory. Everything else is just maybe. Because just like you say, Lamar shouldn't bet on himself the next 3 years because of injuries, there's a good chance that if you sign a 6-year deal, at some point the injuries are going to come and you're never going to see the number that is at the high end of the report of what the deal is. I think business-wise, Lamar made the right decision, but everybody's going to tell you it's a bad one because everybody's getting information from agents and Lamar ain't using one. There are good agents out there. I'm not saying there isn't, but there's a lot of shitty agents out there that only make deals with people because they just know people, and those people aren't happy that there's a chance a quarterback is going to get the best contract in the history and do it by his own goddamn self. I'd like to see Lamar keep doing his thing, and I'd like to see the Ravens reward him. Pay this guy his fucking money. He earned it. He deserves it. And I think this year, if it's a fuck everybody tour by Lamar Jackson, I can't fucking wait. 55-yard bomb, another absolute rope to a guy in the end zone. Thought it was a no look. He said it was a look. So I mistermed that entire thing. But Lamar looks like he's throwing the ball better. He's still Lamar Jackson. What a fucking guy. What a bet on himself. I hope it pays off.
Yeah, they're going to be awesome. And the contract situation is similar to Roquan, where it's like, hey, I'm the next guy up. Like, if I don't reset the market at quarterback, I'm fucking over the other guys that play my position. Like Burrow, Herbert, and granted, he might not give a shit about what anybody else gets paid. But if he were to take that deal, then all of a sudden, instead of what Watson did, which kind of raised the level even higher.
Mulageta from Athletes First, hell of a deal.
Yeah.
Hell of a deal. That's an agent.
Unbelievable.
I was just saying,
That's an agent.
I know Lamar's represents himself, but maybe.
Hey, give Mulageta a call. Let's see what happens. But I can't wait to see what's taking place. A lot of people are burying Lamar for saying no to $130 million. I understand, because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of fucking money. But whenever you talk about negotiations in business, you can't just have what you thought in your head was it. You got to act like it's poker chips. You got to act like it doesn't matter. You got to act like it's monopoly money. Not easy. Got to do it. That's fucking business, because if not, you'll get fucked the entire time. And that money's going somewhere. Might as well go to fucking you is how it should go.
Also, if you believe and have basically proved that you are worth like $235 million, then you're just a moron if you accept $130 million. You know, it's like
he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't.
and you could take those tweets at face value, but just as like someone observing, when you look at that, it's like, okay, well, they're way far apart, so he is going to play out the remainder of this contract on the franchise tag, and then he's not going to be a Raven. If you look at that and you think that's what was actually offered to him, like, there's no way. That deal's done. Bridge is burned.
The flock, by the way, was not happy.
Yeah.
No.
The flock was not happy.
Flock was a mess.
They're viewing the same way we are. Pay that man his money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep him in there.
Right now.
But business happens. And Lamar said, maybe they get a deal done during the season, basically. Like,
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.